I know who you are because of who you voted for. You voted for a man who is sexually liable. Who is?
Here we go.
I know who you are. You
know who I am.
What does that make me?
Hold on. Donald Trump has never sexually assaulted or raped anybody that is from the pit of hell.
You're full of.
Oh, really? When did he do it? What year?
I don't know.
She didn't either in court. She didn't even remember the year. Who made the claim?
That is so harmful to say that because she. That is so harmful to say that because she doesn't remember the year that it doesn't.
Hold on. E. Jean Carroll said rape is sexy.
This was one of the most heated debates I've ever heard about Donald Trump being accused of rape. The student totally crashed while Charlie came in with the facts and all the evidence. Keep watching because it only gets more interesting.
How are you doing today? So I've just got one quick question for you, Charlie. So a clip has surfaced and gone viral of you saying there are gray and murky areas when it comes to a woman consenting, as well as it's unfair to define it as sexual assault if a woman gets rid of the consent, takes the consent away, and the guy keeps going. I just want to ask you, like, what the was that? Because obviously, no is no, and that's the end of it. I would even go as far.
I agree. So, but you agree. So, of course, but you didn't watch the whole clip, obviously, because you're a typical Gen Zer that just looks at 15 seconds.
I saw the full clip that was there.
No, you didn't. They did not post the full thing. But
go ahead, move the goalpost.
Let me show you, and I'll prove to you the gray area. The law says that if you are intoxicated, consent cannot be given, correct?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, hold on. If someone's intoxicated and consent cannot be given, then if a woman who's intoxicated having sex, then definitionally she's being raped, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so every woman and every man who's had sex while intoxicated is a rapist?
Not necessarily.
No, that's the gray area. Do you see where I say gray area?
I understand what you're saying, but this is also really complicated because
exactly, it's complicated. That was my point.
Okay, but can I finish what I was saying? So you think that if the woman removes consent, right, and the man keeps going, you think that it's unfair? Because this isn't about them being drunk.
He should not do it. Stop means stop. The point was all about intoxication.
This isn't about them being drunk. Just let me finish. I'm almost done.
It is.
So this student presses Charlie on a viral clip, accusing him of saying there are gray areas in consent. Charlie pushes back, arguing the clip was taken out of context. He explains that under the law, intoxication makes consent invalid, which technically means countless encounters could be labeled as rape. That's the gray area he was pointing to, and it leaves the room tense as the student struggles to shift the focus back.
This isn't about them being drunk. This is about her removing consent, changing her answer to no, and him continuing to go. How is that not sexual assault, Charlie?
Yes, it is. That's not at all what I was saying.
You said it wasn't. Okay, you said it's an unfair categorization.
You are lying to this audience. Okay, man, again, let me ask you this hypothetical again, of which it's lost on your memory, okay? Very simple. If a woman is drunk and the man is both drunk to the point of intoxication at 2 a.m., they're both drunk.
That's not the question. Don't give me a red herring right now.
That is what I did in the video, man.
You're strawmanning my argument. Listen to what I asked you. Answer the question, Charlie. Answer my question.
Yes, it is sexual assault, but let me ask you a different question. Is an unwanted kiss sexual assault?
Yeah, absolutely. An unwanted kiss is sexual assault.
Okay, so two people are sitting on a bench, and a man goes in to kiss a girl and she doesn't want it. Did he just sexually assault her?
No, because he didn't fully complete the kiss and she backed away. However,
that's an unwanted kiss,
if
man.
If he completes the kiss, it is sexual assault. Yes.
And by the way, this point right here is why men are so afraid to date women and why men are staying away, because they're like, I'll be called a sexual assaulter if I go in for an unwanted
that's just
kiss.
a coping excuse for guys who can't get girls.
Well,
it is. Guys can't get girls and they complain about girls withdrawing consent because they cannot get any women to look their way.
Honestly, I think it's so dangerous and wrong to say that an unwanted kiss is sexual assault.
It is sexual assault. How can you sit here and tell me that if a man kisses a woman and she doesn't want it and he goes through with that kiss, that it's not sexual assault?
Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me be clear. If they're on a date, does a man need to ask permission before he kisses somebody?
So this is crazy, right? Charlie asked the student if a man needs to ask a woman for permission before kissing her, and the student actually said yes, otherwise it's sexual assault. Honestly, my opinion is that's insane. If men have to formally ask before every kiss, it strips away our whole sense of masculinity.
Listen.
No, I want you to think about how insane that is. So it's a first date, and they're sitting on a bench.
There are signals, Charlie. Have you ever been around a woman?
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm married with 2 kids.
Oh, yeah,
are you married?
I've got a girlfriend here, and I love her very much.
Are you married?
Michelle, wherever you're at.
You're married?
Yeah. No, I've got a girlfriend. I'm going to be married soon. Okay, so again, but the entire topic was about intoxication.
Once somebody is intoxicated, the law says consent cannot be given.
Right.
So let me just be clear. Every girl at a college campus that has sex while they're intoxicated, are they raped?
That's not my question.
That is the point that I
Answer
made.
my question, Charlie.
I said, yeah, I already answered your question. That if a man
okay.
continues on sexual activity with a woman past consent, he is committing sexual
That
assault.
wasn't your answer before. You changed
it
your
was.
answer.
You're-
You said it's an unfair categorization. You said those words on
yes.
camera.
Do you know what the unfair categorization was?
What?
Around an unwanted kiss of two people on a bench. Again, everybody in this
You were
audience
talking
agrees.
about frat and sorority hooking up at 2 a.m.
Yes,
I remember
again.
the conversation.
Oh my gosh,
I watched
again,
it over
that
and over.
is about intoxication. It was a 20-minute conversation. You saw 3 minutes of it. I'm not going to waste everybody's
The
time
clip
here.
was all in a row, though. No?
Again, because
Did
you
they
didn't
cut parts of
you
it?
didn't see the entire thing, okay?
I don't
Again,
need to.
it
I
is-
know who you are because of who you voted for. You voted for a man who is
Oh.
sexually liable. Who is?
Here we go.
I know who you are. You.
Oh, you
Last
know who
point.
I am.
Go. Last point.
What does that make
Oh, hold on. Donald Trump has never sexually assaulted or raped anybody
You're
that is
full of
from the pit of hell.
You're full of.
Oh, really? When did he do it? What year?
When did, I don't know.
She didn't either in court. She didn't even remember the year. Who
What?
made the claim?
That is so harmful to
E.
say
Jean
that
Carroll?
because she. That
E.
is
Jean
so
Carroll?
harmful to say that because
Hold
she
on.
doesn't remember the year that it doesn't. That it
Hold on.
means she's wrong.
E. Jean Carroll said rape is sexy. Was Donald Trump ever convicted of being a rapist?
That's not about.
Was
That's
Donald
not
Trump
what
ever
we're
convicted
talking
of being a
about.
rapist?
He was held civilly liable.
Ah, civilly, not criminally. Why?
It doesn't matter.
It
If
does
he's
matter
held
a
liable
lot,
for something,
actually.
he
because
did
the
it.
threshold of civil and criminal is two completely
So
different
you
things.
want to say they're guilty when it's immigrants, but not when it's Trump?
Hold on,
You think there should be harder standards for
Immigrants
someone to get into the country than
immigrants
become
are felons.
president?
Immigrants, illegal immigrants are felons. That
I
is
don't
not a
care.
s-
That's not my question.
You just brought that up.
I'm saying that you think it should be harder for someone to get into the country than
Yes.
to become a president.
Yeah, again, it should be very
What?
hard.
You do?
Wait, hold on. I did not say that. What are you talking
You
about?
said yes.
Hold on. First of all, how dare you say it was easy for Trump to be president? He faced 700 years in federal prison and got shot on his way to the presidency. How dare you say
That's
that it's
not
easy
what
for
we're
him to be
talking about
president?
here. You just keep bringing up things that have nothing to do with what
You
we're
things
talking
you don't
about.
like because they're facts you don't like. Let me repeat.
Fact-
Stop means stop.
facts.
Intoxication is a gray area. An unwanted kiss of two teenagers on a park bench and a young man goes in does not make him a sexual assaulter. That is my final statement. Thank you very much.
None of this changes the fact. I'll go after
Thank
this.
you.
I'll go after this. None of this changes that you said that it was an unfair categorization. MAGA, all of you who support Trump, this is what you're voting for. A man who was held
Do you guys
civilly
like what I
liable
said?
of sexual.
Go away.
These people
Thank
are
you.
cheering for sexual assault.
I literally said stop means stop.
I know who you are because of who
and
you
comment
voted
the
for.
word
It's a-
You